Hello everyone. With the recent addition of Fire Emblem Three Houses characters in Fire Emblem Heroes, we finally have confirmation of male Byleth's voice actor. Now, we already knew female Byleth's voice actress because she posted about it on Twitter, but for male Byleth, it was surprisingly quiet, and we hadn't heard anything just yet about who would be voicing the character. Byleth will indeed be a silent protagonist, but there will also be little moments where Byleth will speak. For example, critical animations, battle grunts, battle quotes, that type of stuff. But aside from that, it will still be a mostly silent protagonist role. However, because of these characters being added to Fire Emblem Heroes, we finally know who will be voicing those minor lines in battle for Byleth. And it will in fact be Christopher Niosi, also known online as Kerbifer. He is an animator and also a voice actor who's done a lot of recent roles. However, unfortunately, there has been some pretty recent drama just over the past week or two, and over the past couple years from certain people who have posted about their abuse stories with Chris Niosi, and so there's definitely sort of a swirling vortex of drama surrounding him at this point in time. Now, even though some people had posted about his abuse years ago online, it wasn't really a widespread or super circulated thing, so perhaps Nintendo or Cup of Tea Productions, who are doing the voice casting for Three Houses, maybe they didn't know about this. And of course, all of his lines were most likely recorded 6 months or a year ago at this point, who knows how long ago, and a lot of this is just reaching the light now. Now, this isn't 100% confirmation because we haven't seen any official materials saying that he will in fact be the voice actor for Byleth in Fire Emblem Three Houses, and there is the possibility that they could have went with someone cheaper for Fire Emblem Heroes, but I do want to point out that all of the other VAs for these Heroes counterparts are in fact the same as the main VAs from the main game Fire Emblem Three Houses, because, well, it doesn't really make sense to have two different people in casting. Since both of these roles are occurring pretty simultaneously, both in Heroes and in the main game, it doesn't really make sense to cast anybody else unless it's for budgetary reasons. So I'd say that it's extremely likely that Niosi is in fact the voice of Byleth. Some fans have speculated that Byleth could perhaps have multiple different VA options, like Corrin did in Fire Emblem Fates, so that could be a possibility. Personally, I haven't seen anything on that up to this point, and I've been trying to avoid spoilers, so I'm not going to dig too deep into that at this moment. We'll find out later when the game's actually out and we have our hands on it. But it does really seem like Niosi will in fact be providing the voice for Byleth. Recently, Chris Niosi has posted a public apology to a lot of the people who he abused in his personal life, ex-girlfriends, former friends, all that kind of stuff. But some people are not really buying into this apology and considering it more of a PR stunt. I'll put links to all of that in the description down below if you do want to do your own research and check it out yourself. I'm not going to make any judgment calls about Niosi here. The silver lining about this whole entire situation is that Byleth will not speak very much. You'll just have the occasional voice clip from Niosi. So if you are unsettled by this news, I think it's not something that you should be canceling your pre-order about or anything like that. Obviously, most of this just came to light now. Hopefully in the future, this could be a situation where the character is recast if we see Byleth in any other future entries or anything like that. I think that would be a good way to go about it. It's a shame because he does actually have a pretty nice voice from what I've heard. He voiced a role in Octopath Traveler, but it does really seem like these abuse stories are pretty dead on considering his apology and his admission of some of this behavior in those apology posts. So I do like the fact that he's attempting to turn over a new leaf, but it does sound like a lot of this behavior has stemmed from the past probably like 10 or 15-ish years. So it seems like he's kind of been dealing with these issues and unfortunately hurting the people around him for a very long time at this point. And that's not something that you could easily just wake up the next day and turn over a new leaf and not do anymore, I don't think. So it does seem like he is beginning to take it seriously, whether or not he had to for PR reasons or not. But I just wanted to kind of bring up this topic for discussion with you guys to see what your thoughts are. Are you going to go with the Japanese voice dub? That will be an option for Fire Emblem Three Houses. Will this force you to do that? Or can you look past it and ignore it just because Byleth will be mostly silent? And are you able to separate the art from the artist? Because that's something else that definitely comes up in a situation like this. Personally, I will still be playing with the English voices on because I usually really appreciate the dub, and I think with just the slight minor battle quotes, it's not going to be too bad dealing with Byleth. But I do find it pretty interesting that with Byleth's kind of psychopathic, empty stare, it's actually someone with some pretty deep-seated issues behind it as well. So that's kind of interesting. And I do think that at this point it will be kind of impossible for me to be able to separate what I know about the voice actor behind Byleth and not have that immersion broken for myself in the game. And I probably just ruined that for you too, so I apologize about that. But it was a really interesting topic, and I kind of just wanted to bring it up and talk with you guys about it today. The sad thing for me is that I've seen some of this guy's work before and actually enjoyed it. Stuff like the Nintendo animations from a long time ago on YouTube. Those were pretty popular. But ultimately, I just hope that everybody in this situation gets the help that they need and are able to move past this. And I do hope that he kind of learns from his mistakes and ultimately is better in his future relationships. But that's going to do it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Does this upset you? Will you be playing with the Japanese voices instead now because of this? Does it seem like Fire Emblem Three Houses has now failed to avoid controversy, even though they were doing such a great job up to the launch of the game? Everything's been so good so far. Still super hyped about the game, but I'd love to hear your thoughts, so please let me know. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. See you later.